Yo, what's good? Hey, listen, man. Y'all know what time it is already. It's the 100 episode for the Blitz pickup. I'm gonna clap it up before anyone else gets. I saw y'all in the chat already early. I saw saying taking the toast and hey, time fly. Time has been flying. I see y'all in the chat already. Listen, this is 100 episode. Listen, we got a couple. We gonna keep it 100. First of all, it's 100. We've been keeping it 100 anyways, but this is the 100th episode. We're gonna keep it 100 on everything like we always do. And man, we're gonna turn up today for real, because man, 100 already. Like when I noticed it, I'm like, yo, I didn't even know it was that quick. But hey, we here. We appreciate y'all. Thank you for getting us there. Before we get started, let me bring up my co-host real quick. Yo,
Tone, we are here, baby.
hey, we here, man. Listen, I love YouTube channel made it to 100 episode, man.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because Andrevius said, yeah, there it is, right there. Salute to the 100th episode of this small ass YouTube channel, man.
You hear me?
You know what I'm saying?
100. Listen, man. 100 already. Hey, how you feel, Lou? 100 already. How you feel about it, man? Talk to me.
Listen, we're gonna turn up tonight, but I'm gonna start off by not emotional, but again, just throwing appreciation to you and Alex, right? Because at the end of the day, when we kind of had initial conversations of making this
half appreciate to Alex according to Shane.
Yeah. Well, a lot of the appreciation goes to you, Tone. Right. Nah, but listen, man, when we had these initial conversations, I don't think there would be a better group of dudes I could have did it with, because we're not always going to agree on everything, and I just think the chemistry has been great. And again, bro, like I put a tweet out earlier, for this to be the 100th episode, it's just time has flown. And I guess it's because when you're having fun, it don't really seem like it's work or anything like that. It just seems like, a good time. So, hey, shout out to the channel, man, and shout out to you and Alex as well, man, for bringing me along and making me part of this, man. So
that's
salute.
a fact, man. When you hit the nail on the coffin, right? Like when it's the 100, I mean, when you having fun, it like sneak up on you. I'm like, oh, yo, it's the 100. We got a plan, so we got to do something. And I'm like, man, that came up on you. They always say, man, when you're doing something you love, but it don't feel like you're working. So it just, you know what I'm saying? Times when I be up all night, just making sure everything together, when we be backstage figuring things out, trying to make sure we get the topic together and stuff like that, bro. It just seems like we having natural, normal conversations, and that's what it's all about. That's how I'm stand power.
Yo,
right
that was wild. I mean, that is wild. Hey yo,
we started.
Hey yo, I mean that is wild though. I ain't gonna lie.
That's a little wild. I'm not even gonna lie. Hey, listen, that boy say, "Dang, I thought the anniversary would have started on time, but nope." Listen, we stand true, Von. What you thought, man? You thought we was acting different? No, sir. Shake Money said, "I guess it's 7:30 ish." Like always, I see you, Concrete and Scott Jackson. He was the one who took the toast, man. Shout out to you. We already oh yeah, hit that like button. Hit that like button on y'all way in. Grumpy, I see you in the building. Cap for life. Jess. Yeah, 100.
You know what's crazy, Tone? I said thank you to you and Alex. What we should have said first, and I'm sorry about this. Thank you not only to the subscriber, just for the fan base that comes through and religiously watches us. Like they know we gonna be late. You know what I'm saying? They already know that. But when we come out, hopefully we show up and show out. So salute to y'all, man, because this episode is more for y'all than it is for us, right? Like y'all got us here. Because without y'all, we ain't gonna if we were sitting in here with nobody listening, we probably wouldn't have got to our 100th episode, man. So shout out to y'all.
That's a fact. And Javier said he only do national shows, but tell Grumpy, him and Grumpy only do. Hey, Triple S, listen, man, listen, 484. Yo, listen, we 16 away. 16 away from the 500, man. Y'all do y'all best to get us as close as possible to that 500. Crypto say, what's up? Congrats on 100. Lewis is trying.
Hey man, hey, listen, I'll take that. Hey, Triple S, I haven't really got no word. Now, Tone, we got a couple days, I think it was like 2 days ago, Triple S came into the family, right? He got a super box.
Who got one? Oh yes, Triple S show.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We, hey,
Triple S, throw some comments in the chat. Let
you
us
got to get your
know what.
breakdown.
Yeah, we got to get the breakdown of the Super Box. Triple S.
Oh shucks, Lewis. Shake said it Lewis versus Tony. Lewis 90, Tony 10. Tony is on a 9-game winning streak. You know what, Shake? Listen, I'll take it, Shake. Hey, I'm on the road. You know, ain't how you start, it's how you finish, Shake.
That's cap. That's cap, by the way.
Listen, yo, listen, man. I'm just saying what Shake said. I ain't doing nothing. Listen, I appreciate y'all. We see y'all in here rocking already. God, I thought we still got a lot going down. Oh, okay. He say, Marino's go. Shout out to you. He said, I just watched Man on Fire on my Super Box during dinner. Yo, Man on Fire is one of my favorite one of my favorite shows. I mean, movies from Denzel Washington. Man on Fire is one of my favorite ones, bro. Like it started off slow because it's building up the storyline, but when the action kick in, it's up. Just at 500. So that's when we monetary donations at 500. So we almost there. Watching Inside Man. I'm a big Denzel fan. All right, cool. So Lou, yeah, listen, man, I want to give you both of y'all props because like you said, when me and you know, we privy to a couple of opportunities that was brought forth. I was the new guy. Like I always tell people this story. Lewis was the one that got me to YouTube. He was the first one to put me on YouTube and say, yo, listen, I'm listening to you in spaces. I think you need to check out this YouTube thing. And I'm like, but I'm just here to talk. Like I'm trying to talk to my fans. I'm trying to, you know, just do. He was like, but I think you got a talent for it. So, you know, he first introduced me to TFTG, Cap, Color Shake Money, Crypto, and all them. And I went up there, you know, got good feedback on the first one. And he kept on talking. He put that bug in my ear, you know, and him and EM behind closed door, they was, you know, bringing me different opportunities and things of that nature. And Lewis could tell, he could attest to this. You know, I was very selective. I'm like, listen, I do this for the love. I'm not doing this to try to get no clout. I'm not trying to, but I'm not just working with anyone. You know, that's not how I move. I only move, and I don't want yes men. I don't like people that don't give pushback. I don't like people that just stand their ground. Cause hey, if you ever been around me, especially off camera, behind closed doors, oh yeah, nah, I'll put that pressure on you. No sir. You know, I'm gonna talk my talk. You know, I'm gonna say how I feel, and I really don't care about it. So you got to be able to deal with something like that because whatever I do, I put my 150 effort. So that's a fact. Shake put me. He gave me my first show. He put me in the blender. That was fire. That was a good show that I had. So yeah, man. Like I was very selective with the people that I wanted to do a show with because I really have to be able to connect and bond with you like that because I like to be my 100% myself and don't have to feel like I have to hold back and walk on eggshells. No, sir. That's not how I move. You know, if you've been there. So, especially if I can naturally debate with you and we always, not always, but for the most part, see things in different sides of that spectrum. I love that. If anybody know, I love a good fight. Listen, we go back and forth an argument. I live for things like that. So that's why this is special for me. This is listen, every day I come on here, I look forward to going back and forth with you. And especially when Alex come up here, I go back and forth with both of y'all and kill both of y'all. That's why the belt is still here. Just in case y'all wonder why the belt, because you know, I get Shake. Y'all know each other. He gonna ride for his homie. I appreciate you, Shake, the best friend in the world. But we all know who be putting belt the ass up here. We already know this. We ain't gotta say nothing. You know, I don't too much toot my own horn because I let the people talk for me. But yeah, this is 100 episodes, so we might get a little arrogant today. But yeah, but the first thing he say should have been a lawyer. he liked to argue. That's a fact. But Lou, before I do want to talk about some football topics and things of that nature. But we just, you know, we just gonna keep it real nice and relaxed today. You know what I'm saying? This is Oh, Coach Tony, I seen that. I see that Coach Tony back. Well, yeah, you know what I'm saying? They were talking trash about me. I figured I should have had bought the collar shirt back. But I was listening. I was gonna just, you know, how we was gonna do it, but I was listening in a space today, and you dropped a interesting message on there about this Tyreek thing. And the team getting a little frustrated. You think there's any truth to that, or you think that's just a rumor?
Um, no, I think there's some truth to that. I think Tyreek might be um wearing on a couple people, right? Like, the antics is cute, it's cool at first because it's all the honeymoon stage. Well, the honeymoon stage is over, Tone. It's been 3 years now, going into year four. Like, we know Tyreek. Tyreek he's a Miami Dolphin, right? Like we know what it is. And unfortunately, again, I just think it's getting closer to the end um than the beginning. Remember, I kept saying it, Tone. You're gonna keep getting more and more stories. Maybe it's because maybe I've heard some things, right? Maybe it's because I've heard some things, just like you probably heard some things, and we all hear things. And at the end of the day, bro, like, again, I just think, you know, it, it the antics and the attitude and just the on and off, it's just rubbing people, I would say, the wrong way. So does he finish the season as a Miami Dolphin? Who knows? I guess time will tell. But either way, I think we've all come to the realization, if he does play out the season, Tone, as a Miami Dolphin, this will probably be the last that we see of Tyreek Hill. So for all the Tyreek Hill fans, bro, enjoy him while he's here, because whether it's before the season, during the season, or after the season, Tyreek will not be a Dolphin in 2026. So
Yeah, and I don't want to put an extra sauce on it, but I think that the team they're looking at the contract. They could get off his contract in 2026. So even if it is just them sprinkling a little something out there, saying if anyone take the bait, I think they're smart to see how things go when the rumors get out there. Anyways, usually I'll be like, what a PR team is. They shouldn't get out. They should have people that's monitoring these type of things. But the fact that they have that out, and we know what a team is. I believe now. People been saying this the whole time, but I do believe the way this core, when a lot of people saying foundation of pizza, but the core, which was the Tua, the Reek, the Waddle, it was most of for the point, but he's already gone. But those three they're the core of the offense. That's the key components, and that's the constant of the offense. Like when you have those three ingredients, you could build around that, and everything else is just add on an extra. I mean, HN came in and gave you some amazing production. Most of did his thing for that 1 year, but for the most part, we know the big three, the constant, the Tua, Tyreek, Waddle, and I do believe this might be the last season we have with that core. The thing about that is, I think Tyreek's is his market has dropped since, because people are aware of our situation just as well as they are. So they're gonna understand. They're gonna offer you. They're gonna do what Grill. They're gonna Chris Grill what Chris Grill do to them. Offer you. They're gonna lowball you. You ain't got no choice. Yeah, you want to move off of them. You're trying to get as much as you can. So unless they do a mid-season or a draft day, which I don't think it's gonna be a draft day trade, don't listen. For me, don't listen to the hype. I don't think it's gonna be no draft day trade or nothing like that. But I do think like mid-season, let's say we're somewhere in the line along the lines of uh 3-5, right at the trade deadline, they might want to make a move. They tried to do it with Calais Campbell last season, and we see Mike McDaniel say, "Nah, I think we got something going." I don't think Stephen Ross, Chris Greer, Brandon Shaw, Tom Garfinkel, whoever you want to blame, I don't think they will allow him to talk them out of getting access this season 2 years in a row. I don't think that will happen. So there is a great possibility. I do think it's a bunch of fluff right now, but I do think that they have their ears to the streets and their eyes on the social media to see who takes the bait or see who's talking about it, and I wonder if their phones started ringing. But speaking of Tyreek, Lou, I heard a rumor now. We've been hearing things, and I don't really like putting things out. But what do you think? I'm listening in on Spaces, and what do you think about this so-called rumor that there's a little rift between Tyreek and Waddle?
um 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 well, Tone, remember we had some conversations about Waddle, and this was even last year, right? Listen,
That is a fact, Lou. Sometimes,
well,
you know.
no, that's you and Grumpy going big. I'm gonna stay over here on this small YouTube channel. Yeah, I'm good. I don't want to be a legend, man. I want to, I want to stay
Whoa,
on
she
this
said
small
ship.
YouTube
You
channel.
remember when I see Jess, you wasn't here last episode. You popped in a little late. I'm gonna say that. But when they were saying who could be the GM, I was gonna vote for you to be the GM because you know you said ship Alex to the moon because he always late, and now you want to ship. I like the way you do business, but you just weren't here in time, so I don't know. I'm second guessing that.
Well,
I'm second.
well,
Lou, she would have had my first, but I'm just telling you now, Lou. That would have been
I'm
my
just,
first choice.
and
She
again, that's
ruled with
fine.
an iron fist, my boy.
And I'm just telling you, Jess, Tony's trying to be nice to everybody because it's the 100th episode. The fact of the matter is that Jess was our general manager. We have a bunch of light skinned dudes and a bunch of Tyrese Maxey's on the football team, and I ain't with that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Look,
it would be Tyrese Maxey's and a bunch of young. It'd be a bunch of Chris Browns walking around the building.
Jay agree
That's
with
crazy.
me. Jay agree with me. You already know, Jen. He said, yeah, Ali said, damn. But go ahead. What you were saying, Lou, about the
Well, again, I don't want to say there's a rift between Tyreek and Waddle. That I'm not going to go that far. But I will say that I think Waddle has grown frustrated with some of the, not so much the Tyreek antics, but again, Tone, these are things that we talked about, right? Like Jalen Waddle was a number 1 overall pick or 6th overall in the first round.
Yes.
He comes in the rookie season with nothing else around him and gets you 1,000 yards and breaks the season rookie record for catches in a season, right?
Nah, Lou, I agree with this now. Appoint the creator of the Super Box to the GM.
Well, I do agree with that. Whoever
with
that was, absolutely. But Jalen Waddle, right? Like coming off your rookie season, you break the rookie record for catches, you get 1,000 yards in an offense that, let's call it for what it is. A lot of people said it was trash, right?
Yep.
You do that in the following season, they make a trade for Tyreek Hill, and the first thing you hear is about, and self-admitted from the quarterback's mouth and the head coach's mouth, they were force-feeding him the ball to get 2,000 yards. If I'm a young, up-and-coming receiver, and I'm looking at Jamar Chase get the bag, Justin Jefferson get the bag, Devontae Smith get the bag, even though Waddle got the bag, again, kids like that are looking for their second, maybe even their third contract. And how do you get those contracts home? By putting up numbers, right? And the fact of the matter is, while Tyreek has been here, Waddle's numbers go down, his production goes down. So again, am I saying there's a rift between Waddle and Tyreek? I don't think we're at that point yet, but I think Waddle has grown frustrated with the organization to where, hey, you drafted me number 6 overall in the first round. Basically, you drafted me to be the guy, and now all of a sudden, the last 3 years, I'm not the guy. And I think for a young man that has been productive throughout college and his first 3 years in the league, nah, bro, I would be in my feelings too a little bit if I was Waddle. So I understand it from that point. But to your question of him and maybe Tyreek beefing, nah, I don't think we're at that point yet.
And that's, so, and to that point, almost on the same lines, it's like, yeah, I don't think it's a rift between Tyreek and Waddle. And I know it's easy to say, it's nice to say because the numbers and people want to spread rumors and things like that. Now, if it is, it is. But like you said it earlier, we was having conversations and hearing things way before this year. Last year we was having conversations. We heard that rumor about him might be a little upset about his production and his usage. This is what he was upset about. And you remember what it was earlier? Was it earlier this month or earlier last month? I sent you that text and I said all I'm gonna say is Jalen Waddle. Remember that? I said that's all. That's all I'm gonna say is Jalen Waddle. You were like, huh? I'm like, man, you picked up that phone, called me. I'm like, hey, listen, I'm hearing this man is upset. I don't really, you know how I go. We don't really play the games like that, but I'm hearing he's upset. This before off season is all. I'm like, hey, listen, Don't be surprised if you start hearing rumors about Jalen Waddle wanting to be want to get traded, or don't be surprised if you hear rumors about people are inquiring about Jalen Waddle. Ben told you. Said that, I'm like, And then that's when we had, just like you were saying, you were like, what, Tone, you know what? Think about that. They force feeding Tyreek. They doing this, they doing that. I say, you know what? That makes sense. Because that brought me to when I watched him on the show with it was him and Jamar Chase, I Am Athlete. And they were the two names. They were the two young guys coming in the league. It was Jamar Chase and Waddle, and they were supposed to be tearing the league apart.
That was right after their rookie season. Remember?
Right after their rookie season, and they asked them. I remember they was giving Jamar Chase, and that one we was as fans trying to say, hey, listen, we think Waddle could be better than Jamar Chase. You know, some of us still feel that way. Now his quarterback giving him ball a little bit more often than not, and he's the number one target. So yeah, he should have the advantage there. But Waddle showed that I don't care who you put on his roster, he's a force to be reckoned with. Because we forgot he had 83 catches or 85 catches, 89, whichever one it was, for 1,300 yards, and he led the league in receptions. Yard per reception. What I say?
See, this is a good question.
You see,
I would say, see, for me, Tone, the rift would probably be more with Tua than would it be with Tyreek.
Now, remember, him and Tua is like best friends, so best friends fight. Best friends get into it. I don't care what you say, especially when it comes to this, because now we comfortable. I'm telling you everything. I known you, or, we built a rapport. Listen, when I'm pissed off on you, I'm going to let you know, because I'm comfortable. I'm used to talking to you like that. It don't change because we're in the locker room. It even magnified it because now you got my production in your hand. My career kind of is in your hand. Think about that, because if you don't get me the ball when I'm open, it makes me look like I fed off. We starting to hear people like, oh, Jalen Waddle was pissing me off right now. I'm a little mad. I'm a little disappointed in Jalen Waddle. He's not giving us the production. And then, you turn on the film and you like, well, he's still open. He's just not getting the ball thrown his way. So I just think it's like, don't forget, Waddle was one of those still, too. He is. And just because he's humble and he's quiet, don't let that fool y'all from him being competitive. His competitive nature is there still. He's one of the most competitive people in the league. You could just listen to him when you play football, listen to when he make plays. He's always like, man, I'm one of them. I'm like that. He talk that trash. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Tone, think about this, Tone. How many times during the season on the Wednesday episodes when we would break down the film, Jalen Waddle would be open. And the ball would never come to him.
That's a fact.
And then you hear, added to his own mouth, we were trying to force feed Tyreek the ball. What do you think that man is thinking? Running routes, he's coming open, he's doing his job, and you just said it, Tom. Waddle and any other receiver in this league, they play a dependent position. They are dependent on the ball coming to them. If the ball don't come to them, they're virtually taken out of the game. And self-admittedly, you had the head coach and the quarterback say that basically we're not even looking for you. That's what they said when they said they were force-feeding Tyreek. All I'm saying is, bro, if I'm Waddle, I'm definitely in my feelings. So, I don't know where I'm pointing the finger at, but I'm definitely pointing.
Game Boy had to get that. He had to get the Tyler Hero drop in here, huh? Wouldn't be a Blitz pickup show. Game Boy ain't drop a Tyler Hero. He didn't get no Tyler Hero drop. But you know what? And that is a great point that I think no one paid attention to that. Now behind closed doors, we were saying that. We were like, "Yo, what do you think? What do you think Waddle was?" And remember, we were saying we gonna find out if Waddle really like that. If he just sit down and accept that. Then we was on the private call, phone calls like, "Hey, listen, if I'm Waddle, bro, I'm not taking that. I'm not accepting. 2000. What? Never in your mouth, coach. When you came here, did you say, man, we gonna get Jalen Waddle 2,000 yards? I don't. As a coach, you shouldn't even be doing that, right? But as a player, did he should have stepped to Coach Mike McDaniel. Coach, I really didn't appreciate that. What do that say about me if you saying you want to get Tyreek to 2000? Well, what y'all trying to get me to? You remember I was like, well, if he's getting 2000, I want to break the touchdown record. Give me something. We both can't break the record, cool, but we both could break a record. I want the touchdown record. Whatever the most touchdowns in one season for a receiver, I need that. Give him the yards. Give me the record. You know how they did with Mercury Morris and Larry Zonka? Mercury, you do all that hard work on that. Larry Zonka, when you get on the 1 yard line, get us in the end zone. Yeah, we can have one of those type of deals. But don't come in here and just say Tyreek 2000 and then what about Waddle? That's not a good sign to send to a team and to send to the rest of your receivers. Like, we're going to prioritize this guy here. Football is the ultimate team sport. So I believe when you play in the ultimate team sport, you should conduct yourself as in no one man for himself. It's all for one and one for all. Never should a statement like that come out in public or behind closed doors. That shouldn't have even been mentioned because you already let the league know who y'all was targeting, who to shut down, and you already let the team know who did y'all prioritize. So I think that right there probably created a rift with just how Waddle feel in general, not just towards a Tua or Tyreek. Just how you feel in general. I will feel some type of way. I feel like I'm one of the ones. Nothing you can say could change me. And if you don't want to do it over here, with all due respect, send me somewhere where they do. You know, because think about this. I want y'all to think about this with Waddle. When Waddle was in college, he was that dude. He got injured, and then Devontae Smith. That year that Devontae Smith got the Heisman, that was supposed to be Waddle's year. He was hyped up for the Heisman. He was the do it all guy. He was running punt return back, and he was the receiver. He was the playmaker. He messed his ankle up. Y'all remember Devontae Smith go and win that Heisman Trophy that year.
But Tone, because I heard someone say about the rift between Tyreek and Waddle. It just don't make sense to me.
To me, I don't think it's a rift. Yeah, no.
But why? Like, why would Waddle be with a rift with Tyreek?
He's the one throwing him the ball. He's
not the one that said he was trying to force feed him the ball.
That's why I said I don't.
His quarterback and coach is the one that said they were force feeding Tyreek the ball.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
Fact.
Like, why would he be mad at Tyreek? It just don't make sense, bro.
Yeah, and he did it in 16. That's a great point. You know, why not let me Tyreek? He's damn close. Well, I think. See, if you listen to Waddle, Waddle think he's better than Reek. Now, when he talk humble and speak up loud, but just listen when they compete, he think he's better than them. Just look at when he do his interviews. He think he's better than. He think he's one of them guys. You know. So
Dolphin Don, I see you in there. Dolphin Don was saying, "What's up?"
Oh, what's up? I see him. Yeah, Dolphin Don.
What's good?
But you know, yeah, that's a fact. Hit the like button. I didn't get an opportunity to go check. But yeah, I think people, you know, let's keep that in mind because you go there and then there's another quarterback. I mean, another receiver, and it not happen. And this is not him having rift with that. It's just like it seemed like on everywhere he go, every stop he goes, there's something that hindered him from doing what he thinks, which is achieve greatness. He was one of the ones. And he still think he's one of the ones. I believe he's still one of those ones. You know, the injury messed up his last year in college. And then now you bring Tyreek over here. After my rookie season, I did make it to the Hall of Fame. So I was on a Hall of Fame trajectory based on his first season. And, you know, then you bring Tyreek over here. And I still show you, listen, you can get whoever you want. Just remember, I'm over here as well. I do my number too. You know, as long as I'm still doing my numbers, cool. But don't put me. I'm not a side burner. I'm not a side chick. I'm the main course. You know, 42 of y'all in here, but only 27 like. Do better. Go hit the like button for the 100 episode. Fact. Go hit the like button, and we're only 16 away from the 500. So y'all go get us as close to 500. Get us there if you can. It's 41 of y'all in here.
Send people over here now.
Yeah, send people over here now.
Tell people to come over here, subscribe. it would be amazing on the 100th episode to hit over 500 subscribers.
That is a
So
fact.
let's get it done. Let's get it done tonight, man. Let's go.
That is a fact. That would have been amazing if y'all get us to that 500 on the 100 episode. But yeah, shout out to y'all anyways. But see while y'all in here rocking with us. But yeah, Lou, I did want to point that out. Like Waddle, just like he's one of the ones in the reference. Like I didn't want to too much let that slide by and not address that. Yo, what's good, Q?
Q was
Tua
good.
studies way more than you. Oh, they going back at it. So yeah, I wanted to bring that up. Now what I do want to say is I would listen to you in the space. Shout out to Grumpy Born in a Jets fan. That's a fact. I'm not a side chick on the main course. So I'm gonna put that on the shirt. That's a fact, Jeff. But yeah, at 13, right? And I was proposed this question, and I heard a Jets fan. First, let me ask you something. No, let's stick here. At 13, and I know. Well, are you best player available or are you needs, Lou? When you attack the job, and let's say specifically first round, are you a best player available?
I mean, at this point, Tone. I mean, there's so many holes that the Dolphins have. Listen, either way, at 13, bro, you're going to have good players available. So you can easily have both sides of the argument. You could pick for need or you could pick best player available. Let's say, though, that best player available at 13 is the running back Genty, right?
Hey, hold on. Hey, Game Boy, I promise you everything I love. I thought about putting that on the thumbnail.
Hey,
I started to put him at the
man,
50%.
no,
I couldn't do my man like that.
No,
I
we
couldn't
ain't
do my
doing
boy
Alex
like that.
like
I say,
that.
nah, I ain't gonna do it.
We ain't doing Alex like that. Hey, yo. We ain't doing my dog like that.
Hey, I tell you, that would be a big troll to say to have Alex at 50%. Hey, but yeah, when you said at Genty.
I would say to your question, right? Best player available or like pick for need. If the Dolphins, let's say, if Genty was on the board at 13, and let's say you looked at it and by all the metrics or whatever, he's best player available. While I look at Devon A-Chain in our running back room, right? I look at Jalen Wright, where I think, I'm excited to see his sophomore season with the Dolphins. And then I look at all these other running backs that, again, this draft has to offer. And whether or not he could still be the best player available, I don't think for me, I would take him at 13, right? I would pick more for need, right? If it was me. And I'm just using that as an example because I think that's one of the easiest ones I can make. Even as great Genty might be, I don't think, like, for me, if he was the pick at 13, I'm looking at it and I'm like, damn, we still have a hole at safety. We're probably going to have a hole at corner. You definitely have a problem at D tackle. To take a running back when you have two already on the roster and then possibly you could pick up another one in the draft later on. I'm not taking best player available at that point. So to answer your question, for me, I think I'm picking for need, bro. Now, we can debate what's the most pressing need that we have on our football team.
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely a discussion. But nah, I think for me, especially this draft, I think I'm picking more for need than I am best player available.
Okay. Shout out Miss Relentless. She said she just lined through to hit the like button, shared the link on her social media page. Appreciate you for the support. Like, shout out to you.
Appreciate it.
That's real appreciated. Everyone need to do that. Y'all put that on y'all channel, man. Send everybody out here. Everyone over here. Send as much people as y'all can over here. Build the channel up. And Lou, and I'm glad you said that because it's going to lead to my next question. But I'm like the same, not the same, but I'm like, if it depends on what you call best. Who you think? First of all, we got to identify who we think best player available. So if you're in the best spot when your best player available is also a need, cool. Then you kill two birds with one stone. But I think it depends on where you are as a team and how high and how low you are in the draft. So I don't think it's no right or wrong answer when it comes to best player available or need. For me, it depends. Like if I'm high, like if I'm at, like right now, we're at 13, right? And a guy like Jackson Dart, Genty, uh, Will Johnson, and Malachi Starks and Nick Emanwari there. Well, who you think is best player available then? Like,
Right,
you
right.
know, like you got a quarterback there. You know, like, let's just say you think Jackson Dart is the best player available there. He slid to 13, and you think he's best player available in that situation. And let's just add Mason Grant or Kenneth Grant, whoever you think is the better tackle. Let's just add them in there. And you might have Jackson Dart on your job board as best player available, but your best player available should also be included in the things that you need on this team. And I think that's the difference between the way I attack the draft board and how I would set up my draft board. As far as from, I think a lot of people just saying, well, best player available is this guy is the number one. What's his name? Abdul Carter is, number one on their board. Then they got, so forth. So maybe Cam Ward and so forth. So and go down like that. But for me, my players and best player availables are based on what works with my team, because you can have someone that's amazing, but he don't work for your scheme. Because a lot of people made the argument about like the guard. Okay, Tyler Booker, is he good to run his own scheme? Is he good with combo blocking? Is he good from getting attached and disengaging and then get to the second level? Maybe that's not his thing. Maybe he just like to maul his player all over the field and get that, and then get the job done. So I think it's a little difference when you go to what is your idea of best player available? Because the best player available is not the same on everyone's draft board. And I get it. I get it. Some people want best player available. I lean more towards best player available, but that's because mine is more predicated on what's the best player available for this team. Like, and then for instance, when we was at 21 last year, I was going Brian Thomas Jr. because he was the best player available. A lot of people were saying, oh, DN, he's here, he's done. I'm like, well, we at 21. And I don't know how far Jared Verse fell, but I think we had an opportunity to go get Jared Verse as well. When Jared Verse was there, we could have got, listen, I'd rather got him in the second round or move up and get him, but I'm not passing up on no Brian Thomas Jr. That's just the way I looked at it. And before, and his tweets out there, I just don't. But before I'm on record in the DM, with a guy that does drafts, and I was DM about Latu Latte, and I said, or either get a. Well, I said, or we could move back, gain draft capital, and get Chop Robinson at the beginning of the second round. That was because I didn't think that Brian Thomas Jr. would be available. So that's what I said. So, no, Jared Verse didn't get, not Jared Verse. What's the other one? The one that came from, he's from, was it Jeff? Fisher, I think it was. One of them.
Brandon Fitz.
Brandon Fitz. Yes, him. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
sorry,
he went to the Rams in the second round.
In the Rams in the second round. Brandon Fitz. I'm sorry. Thank you, Vondo, for correcting me. Brandon Fitz. Yeah, and I was like, yo, well, if it wasn't Fitz, yeah, I see y'all putting him in there now.
He's more of a interior pass rusher though.
Listen, when we could use outside linebackers for the blitz, right? For getting our edge rush. And I was thinking about Ogbar, bringing Ogbar back. I was thinking around the people that were still out there that we could have brought in to play edge, but you could have got Brian Thomas Jr. and a D lineman, or you could have traded back, got some draft capital, got Chop in the second round, and then you have more draft capital to work with to probably trade up and get someone else. But I'm sorry, I wasn't a big Chop Robinson fan at 21. I just wasn't. And that was me. But hey, like I said, and I had the debate, I was looking at the season Brian Thomas Jr. had, and look at the season that Chop Robinson had, I would have preferred to have Brian Thomas Jr. on our team. And then all this foolishness we dealing with Tyreek, didn't even have to worry about it. You could have used Tyreek this year for draft capital. I just think it would have put our team in a better position for the future. And then we could have used them. Hey, let me get this, and that. Use that to go up and get whoever you want. That now we could go up and get if y'all want to get Abdul Carter. Who you think would be better, Lou? Abdul Carter or Chop Robinson? Who you think is the better prospect?
Oh, Abdul Carter for sure.
I would have got him in this. I would have got him in this draft class. Building a team, to me, I would think that would have been a better way of building this team. And I'm not gonna say it because I know because I'm wishing the best for Chop Robinson. It's just I wasn't a fan of it. The production. I'm always a fan of players putting production in. I'm not going on potential. I'm not a big potential type guy. I'm just not. Some people are, and they like to take those risks. Our team has been in purgatory for too long for me to be a potential type guy and be cool with going based off potential and not going with the sure thing. We knew, y'all should have knew, Brian Thomas Jr. was the sure thing. He goes in the league, and you see that with those quarterbacks now, right? With the quarterbacks that he had to deal with and still put up those numbers. Think about that. So that's how I felt about that. And I would just, I'm more, it's not, my best player available is not the same as everyone else because my best player available is always going to be predicated to what is best for our team. And I, what, I threw it out there, but I want you to answer the question, Lou. If we had Genty, Tech McMillan, Nicky McWorry, Jackson Dart at 13, who's your best player available there? Or who you take? Well, who your best player available and who you taking if it's two different people?
Man, that's tough. So Gentry, Tet, Dart, Eamon Warren.
We put you on the gym. Everybody, I didn't put Will Johnson in there. I'll see you. Everybody who think Chris Greer has an easy job, I'm gonna answer the question too. We putting us on. Let's play GM, y'all. Let's see y'all. GM, let me see now. Drake said even worried.
I'm not gonna lie. With those people, I'm taking Jackson Dart. I'm taking Jackson Dart at 13.
Over Nick Worry?
I'm taking Dart again, bro. Listen, bro. We know what it is. I'm in the business of, again, if we're talking about best player available, out of those four players, who's gonna give you the most value to your football team, right?
This year?
No. Well, I'm just saying.
Overall,
again,
Jackson Dart.
Assuming, let's put better context in it. Assuming all four of those pan out. Like they all work.
Trey say Jackson Dart gonna live into the next 7 years of purgatory. Fire TM Lewis.
Again, people don't want to understand. That's fine. Well. You see now. Let me fire back at the chat real quick, Tom.
Oh, there
right?
Go for the start, y'all.
Absolutely. But let me fire back at the people that say fire me as the general manager. All right, cool. Let's take Eamon Warry there. Not like we haven't drafted a safety in the last 7 years that got us in purgatory.
I'm not gonna lie, Eamon Warry will be my guy too. So
No. What I'm saying is people.
No, I know you trying to. Yeah, I get
what I'm saying. Have we not drafted a safety within these last 7 years of purgatory?
Yeah, but I mean,
no. There's I mean,
I'm not mad at what?
No. Hold on, real quick. I'm saying we got a safety and we've been stuck in purgatory, but that's what they want at 13. All right, cool. Well, let's go get the running back. Hold on, did we not draft Devon Achane and Jalen Wright? Are we stuck in purgatory with them?
I think it's more of the quarterback though. I don't think they're the reason we're in purgatory. I think we don't have the quarterback that could get us to the next level.
Again, right. The fact of the matter is, I'm just saying, assuming all four of those guys hit, that they're all hits. The player that gives you the most bang for the buck is the quarterback. It's always going to be the quarterback. It's always been the quarterback. You gave me four names. I'm going to give you the one that matters the most to the overall success of a football team. Because as much as I love Eamon Worry, and as much as I might like Gentry, and as much as I like the other guy you mentioned, no, bro, Jackson Dart would be the pick, because at the end of the day, he gives you the most value if it works out. And people can get in their feelings if they want to, but it is what it is.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm with you. I'm taking Nick Eamon Worry because I think he's gonna have a better career in the NFL than Jackson Dart is, relative to the position, though. You know, so I just think I would take. And hey, listen, that's you, GM Lewis. You took the quarterback, Jackson Dart. GM Tone taking Nick Eamon Worry. I'm moving on to it. I didn't pick. Well, if I add Will Johnson in, do you switch your pick, Lou?
Man, hell no. Nah.
Oh well, I do. Now, if Will Johnson in, I'm taking Will Johnson over Nick Eamon Worry.
Man,
I would.
Y'all need to stop. That man. You know what? Never mind. These draft boards and all these MAC drafts and stuff. This shit got y'all fooled, man.
Well, because Jackson Dart is the for sure pick. Jackson Dart is the for sure pick. Can't miss, right?
Well, what I'm saying is,
I need the code. You say I got 7. Let me see your team.
I didn't say no. I didn't say never once did I say it can't miss.
Oh, here you go, y'all. He's in the skating ring.
Ain't nobody skating.
He's skating.
Well. Again,
8:30 is open.
Call it what you want, right? Who had a better college career, Jackson Dart or Will Johnson?
Will Johnson.
Man, get the hell out of here.
They got a championship. Jackson Dart don't.
So they got a championship.
That's
so Will Johnson. Yeah,
he
I know.
contributed to a championship. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Well, you're right. He contributed to a championship. What did he contribute this season? What was Michigan's record this season?
He was injured. Now you see his impact.
I ain't trying to hear none of
that.
Now
you see his impact.
I'm asking.
He got injured, and they season went down fast.
You know, when you mentioned that championship run, you didn't say nothing about no injuries. I asked you what did he contribute this season?
He was injured, so that's why it impacted the team like that.
I'm asking. Okay, cool. No, Hey, he impacted the team by not playing. That was his impact. He's hurt. The man can't do no drills, nothing. He can't even run at pro days, and you guys are talking about, well, just draft him. What happens if you draft Will Johnson, and let's say for the sake of argument, just the Miami Dolphins' luck, Will Johnson don't play in his rookie season, and you drafted him at 13. What y'all saying there?
He playing ain't gonna happen. He playing.
What are y'all saying if he don't play?
Hey, Lou. I was wondering why I ain't see crypto in there. Let me stop. Hey, shout out, man. He say shout out from the Bahamas. How you say that? Tavalis Tinker. I hope I said it right. Tavalis Tinker. Oh wait, he said he think I've been looking at who TDR Mark.
Yeah.
No, sir.
Hold on, Vondo. 32 mock drafts for all 32
Vondo, who you taking then? You taking Dart too?
He already said Dart.
Oh, he did. Then that's right. You was listening to them drafting. You probably one of the ones that had the Dolphins taking 7 doggone quarterbacks in every round, a quarterback in every round. That's what. Man, listen, if you know what, that's a fact, delusional Patriot fan. If he don't play Arch Manning 2026, and then Will Howard come back that season healthy. Now we got 2 game changers. How about that one?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, right. Jackson Dart, man. Don't make me start.
Well, all I know, the last time we picked a corner in the first round, he was a game changer for us for sure. He won us that one game against Pittsburgh, no way we're knocking it, and that's where the story.
He won top 15.
Bro, he was 12 picks later.
He wasn't top 15.
Man, stop! I ain't trying to hear that.
That's all I'm saying. He was at the bottom of the first round.
Will Johnson, all y'all want, it ain't gonna matter. Will Johnson is gonna be trash. I ain't trying to hear it.
Listen, ain't no one. Well, they did. I didn't give you pushback on your pick. Jackson Dart said, "Oh, okay, I'm taking Nick Eamon Worry, but if I add Will Johnson in there, I'm taking him over both of them Quarterback,
okay, cool.
cornerback. I like positions like, and I'm not mad at where you're going because the quarterback is the most important position on the team. That's why cornerback is my favorite position. And that's why I like defense because for the most part, ends, cornerbacks, D tackles, they affect the most important position on the field. So you're not going to always have the best quarterback, but you can put a team around that affect the best quarterback to where he's not his best when he play against you, that give your quarterback an even playing for or even a slight advantage because your defense is going to make sure that guy on the other side doesn't look like himself when he plays against you. So that's why I'm always big on defense. I, if you can't get that quarterback, which listen, I like Jackson Dart. You put me on the Jackson Dart, but to take him over Will Johnson, I'm not ready to go that far yet. I could be proven wrong now, but
So let me ask you a question, right? You like Will Johnson, his overall game better than Jackson Dart, correct?
Yes.
You think he's a better player?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Now, if we would have got the scenario that you wanted, Tone, right? That we would have made Tua play on his 5th-year option, right? And now Tua got hurt, and now Tua's not here, right? Now you just said Will Johnson is the better player.
Yes,
You're still going to have that hole on your team of corner. You picking him over Jackson Dart if he's there?
No, not in that scenario.
Why is that? No. But hold on.
Not in that scenario. I just told you. Not in that scenario.
And this is why I tell you, you have 7 toes.
No.
Because if you told me Will Johnson is the better player, right? And you just said all that, it's cute. Oh, I love defense. I love game changer. Well, would Will Johnson not be a game changer?
So you see,
would he still not?
Yeah, he will. He will. But see, this is why you can't win a debate with me.
No,
because how long you missed a key point. I said quarterback is the most important position on the team. Now, I also said my best player available changes based on quarterback needs. I said that too. You completely forgot about that part. So that's why I said my BPA will be different based on what the team needs. And in that situation, when Tua is out, quarterback become your biggest need now. So now my BPA changed from cornerback to QB.
Can anybody in the chat please, that anybody that lives in South Florida, can you please tell me what time the skating ring opens down there in South Florida?
No, that ain't no
Can
skating
anybody
ring.
tell me?
Listen, you gotta stay consistent. Now, skating ring is when you back off your initial statement.
That boy is skating.
I didn't back off my initial statement. I gave you the same scenario that you ran, right? I literally put that in and laid it out for you. I say, listen, my BPA goes based on team need. My BPA is going to be different from anyone else's because I go based on what our team needs. You forgot about that part. So I can't be on skating ring because I keep the same energy. I told you that before.
Hey, Tone, don't worry about it. You got one more minute. It opens up now in a minute. Don't worry about it.
Hey, shake that. He said, "One more, my bad."
You're gonna be good. It opens up in 1 minute.
You know, and you know what? And the only reason I'm going there is because I'm gonna be there to support you.
That's a goddamn lie. No. First of all, you going to the ice skating ring. You doing cartwheels and backflips on the ice.
Hey, whatever it is. Hey, listen. Long as it's with the same premise that I had from the beginning. I don't care what skating ring is. The only reason I'll be there is for you. But at the end of the day, you got to remember what I said, how I presented the argument. I literally said that. I prefaced before I gave you my BPA or the way I'll go drive BPA or by need. I literally said my BPA does go by the needs of the team.
Well, you know what I go by, Tone.
So you switched the scenario and said
again. That's fine. Okay, cool. Let me ask you a question. Right? Let me try to help people out.
Bonjo say, "Damn, Lewis, Tony H is really a Tua. That's crazy. He don't think this team need a QB with Tua here."
Yeah, that's a fact. And let me prove that point, Bonjo. Let me prove that point.
Go ahead.
Watch this. Tua's on this team, right? Okay, cool. Tony has told everybody that Will Johnson is a difference maker. He's a game changer. That's what Tony just said.
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. Tua goes down in week 3. How many games is Will Johnson changing in those if Tua doesn't play? How many game-changing plays or games you think Will Johnson's doing?
I think he had 2 touchdowns, 2 pick six last season.
Okay, so
I say 2. I say 2.
Okay, 2. Cool. Now Jackson Dart is the pick at 13. Tua's on the team. Tua goes down. You think Jackson Dart coming in is giving you more than 2 games?
Possibly he could. Yeah, he possibly could.
So who's the more of the game changer?
I still think Will Johnson.
Who's giving you more?
I still think Will Johnson is more of a game changer.
Hold on. Who's giving you more bang for your buck in that scenario? Because now you have Will Johnson without Tua, and you have Jackson Dart without Tua. Who's giving you more for your bang for your buck?
And that scenario that you put in, it would be Jackson Dart because hold on, let me tell you why. Because Jackson Dart would be the only one on the team. We can't get Jackson Dart and Will Johnson on the same team. So that's where you got lost with your argument. You need to formulate your argument a little bit better because you ain't getting both of them at 13. So let's get rid of that. Now, hold on. Now, if you want to say Jackson Dart
I want to say drop the mic. That's what I want to say.
Yeah, he said that.
I want to say drop the mic.
And that's why I just dropped the mic on both of y'all because he didn't wait till I formulate my argument. Now, at the same time, right? We don't know how Jackson Dart would look under this in this system. We don't know that yet. But what I will say is defense is defense. His talent is going to carry wherever it is. Jackson Dart will have more opportunities because he's the quarterback. So he will have more opportunities to impact the game more because the ball is going to be in his hands at all times. But in the long run, Will Johnson will be the better pick because if you put all kind of scenarios, Tua wouldn't have to go down for Will Johnson to impact this team, but he does for your pick to impact this team. And that's the difference. So the one that's giving me the more bang for my buck is the one that's playing game one, regardless of how the rest of it. I don't have to change my scenario for my BPA to be impactful. You do. You relying on the quarterback getting injured. I don't. So yes, mine is giving me more bang for my buck. I'm sorry.
That's where you're wrong.
How?
Again, well, let me tell you how. Now it's time to start opening this thing up, and let's get this shit turned up. Because in my scenario, you bring Jackson Dart in here. Jackson Dart is beating Tua out.
Cap. Now you lying.
From the jump.
Now you lying.
He's beating him out from the jump. He's beating him out. Tua don't have to get hurt.
I told
you. Be 100% healthy. He's getting beat out.
What do you mean by
that? See, I told y'all last time when Lewis start losing arguments, guess what he do? He start making up lies.
That's a goddamn lie.
He start bringing. Listen, even if he is the best player in training camp, you know he's not winning that star position. Stop capping right now.
Now you changing the argument.
Stop the cap.
Now you changing the argument.
No, I'm not. No, you said
now you changing the argument.
You said I ain't changed the argument. I didn't change the argument. I gave you
got all these scenarios.
I ain't give no scenario. I gave you just like you said. You think he's beating Tua out? I'm like, no, he's not. Because even if he do perform better, he's not going to be the starter. Tua is the starter. His contract dictates that. So, my brother, when you make your argument,
as of right
please
now,
keep it more realistic because you know that is.
As of right now, well, hold on real quick. As of right now, ain't Jalen Ramsey and Cater Cole who the starting boundary? Ain't Cater Cole who the starting corner?
No.
As of right now, where we are today, ain't he the starting corner?
No, he's not.
Who's opposite? Who's opposite? Who would be the starter right now?
Isn't Katie Cody was more in the middle? Right? Wait, hold on. Wait, time out. Let's just say you saying Katie Cody who is.
I'm asking.
Will Johnson is the number 2. If you gonna sit here and tell me Katie Cody is gonna beat out Will Johnson, we can end the show right now. You know that's cap.
So I can't get my shit off. I'm asking you a simple question. I didn't say nothing yet. I asked you, is Cater Kohu not the opposite of Jalen Ramsey? Is that not the case?
No.
Well, then who's the starter? Who's the starter?
We don't have a starter yet. They probably going to get...
So we don't have one. So
Not right
so
now, no.
so if I pull up the Dolphin depth chart, because we seen the depth chart come out the other day, Tom.
Okay,
If
go
I
ahead.
pull that, if I pull the depth chart up, who's gonna be opposite of Ramsey? Go ahead, take
No
your
one.
pick. Name anybody.
No one.
So they just
Storm
got that
Duck.
space
Oh,
open.
Rashad said Storm Duck. I'll give you a name. Storm Duck.
Okay, Storm Duck. Will Johnson ain't beat the Storm Duck out.
Listen,
Duck is the starter.
I told you
That's
when
what you
you
said.
got
No, you said
when you got to start line.
Hold on. You said there's no competition. That's what you said.
I didn't say that. I never said that.
You said Jackson Dart because there would be no competition, and I'm telling you,
I never said there would be no competition.
If Will Johnson comes in here, Storm Duck is the starter. Storm Duck is the starter. I ain't trying to hear none of that.
How much they paying? How much they paying Nick? Kenny Kohu? How much are they paying Storm Duck? Which one of them got the biggest contract in franchise history?
First of all,
boy, you know how this works. You play that quarterback. He's your starter until he's out of here. Get out of here, Lou.
You know what, Tone? I'm done talking to you right now. Let me talk to my guy, Pete. Hey, Pete, I'm coming home, Pete. I'm coming home, Pete. Let me talk to my man Pete real quick. Hey, Pete, I'm coming home, baby. Jackson Dart at 13, baby.
Hey, yo, Jackson Dart, get out of here. Hey, Dre said Jackson Dart is Kenny Pickett. I've seen this story before. That's who you want at quarterback?
Dre's a hater. Dre is a hater. I ain't trying to hear none of that.
We know. Yeah. Yeah, no, it ain't gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. I'm telling you. I would rather have the cornerback that's going to start regardless of what over the quarterback. And no, he's not. It's not going to be mid-season. So stop, Ali. And you know what? You do know the people. He's an Ohio State guy. Stop. Yo, this man. You gonna tell me? Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh Lord.
Hold on. According by all reports, right? Will Johnson can't even do nothing. He can't run.
Stop, Cap.
Why hasn't he ran, Tom?
Because he's not at 100%.
He's not 100%. So he's not 100%.
He's not for the.
Oh, okay.
He's not for the do. He's not for the do like Restrepo did and run a 4.8. Oh, Lou, you lost this debate. I won. Yo, y'all, listen. After this statement, I don't gotta say nothing else. He said, Lewis is still a friend.
Call it what you want.
Never thought I'd see the day. It's up.
First of all,
TKO.
First of all, I'm taking Fred's spot.
TKO.
First of all, again, I'm taking Fred's spot because Fred is trash. That's why. That's why I'm taking his spot because the man's trash.
You trash? So you say you trash?
No, I'm trying to help. I'm trying to help the homie Pete out. Pete needs some talent over there.
Bullshit. There you go. Hey. Oh. Hey, Triple H ain't get Jackson down and move him to guard.
Yeah. Again. That shit is
put your nose in the phone, boy. He told you.
No. I'm not gonna put my nose. I'm not gonna put my nose in the phone.
They
but
killing
what
you now,
I will
Lou.
do,
y'all don't do what, man.
What I will do is right. What I will do is show everybody, and it don't matter where it is. Right? It could be on Twitter Spaces or on YouTube. When you come looking for me, right, and you try to debate me. This is all that happens.
Him, her, bodies. Bullshit.
You know what? That was some nasty work. That's some nasty work in the back. That's some real nasty work in the back. But hey, salute. You know we love you.
Fire. You can't say fire.
You know we love you, but that's some nasty work. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yo, you can't say that on fire, Lou. I'm sorry. You can't say that.
Hey, man. All I'm saying is I love you, but that's some nasty work.
Oh, yo, that was on time, bro. Oh man. He said GM Blue will have casual white tank top and flip flop Friday. I'm sorry, Lou. Man, you gonna drop down that Jackson Dart Hill? We ain't doing that, Lou. Man, come on, man. We need game changers. I love my dog Will Johnson. But listen, I did want to talk about, because you know how when I was saying last episode, I was like, yo, we're just not paying attention to other fan bases when it comes to the producer Kenny Lewis on that rebuttal.
Hey, shout out to the producer, man.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, again, Tone, what did we say real quick before we continue, right? We were giving our thanks to each other for the 100th episode, right?
That's a fact.
But there again, that special someone in the back, again, a lot of the background work and ideas for the show and thumbnails and just a bunch of other things that a lot of people don't see on a day-to-day basis. Again, they just see us. We're the front man or whatever for the show, but there's a lot of people that do a lot of things, especially one specific person. So this episode, the 100th episode of the Blitz Pickup, is also for the producer as well. Salute, shout out. You know we love you. We appreciate you, and thanks for the ride and being along with us, man. We definitely appreciate it.
Now that one deserves a mic drop. That's where you get your mic drop right there, Lou.
Hey, Tone, man, you know, from time to time,
all the
I'm
foolishness
good,
you were saying, that one, that was cap, but that one was a mic drop right there. Facts, 100% true. Let me go. Okay, I'm going on there. Okay, 39 likes. Okay, appreciate y'all. You see what they doing. But yeah, so I was listening earlier, and you was talking to the guy, and I thought it was. What do you think about the guy? He was a Jets fan, and he was saying he would be highly upset if it was if they took a quarterback at 13. You think that was, if you was a Jet, would you be if you was a, well, I can't even defend it. Do you think that would be foolish for them to not want a quarterback at 13? Especially if your boy Jackson Dart there.
I thought.
I mean, not at 13, at 7. I'm sorry, at 7.
Yeah, I thought it was a little bit crazy. But hey, man, listen, I'm not a Jet fan. I you know, to be honest, I want Cam Ward to be a Jet. That would be 2 wins. I would have the Dolphins. I would have the Dolphins going 2-15 if Cam Ward went to the Jets, and that would be my 2 wins. It would be 2-0 versus the Jets, 15 losses versus anybody else. But since that's probably not going to happen, listen, at this point, man, I mean, who knows? Who knows what the Jets do? But yeah, it was a little bit surprising. I guess it was a little bit
I ain't gonna lie, that was wild to me, bro. I just want to point that out because a lot of people think we're delusional, we're crazy. I don't know. Sometimes I'll be hearing some tapes. I'll be like, yo, y'all done lost your mind. Y'all don't understand y'all need a quarterback. Listen, for people not to understand that the quarterback is the most important position, is I don't know what to tell you. That is the most important. The Jets are getting Shador. I know, Lord, that's who you really want them to get. That's who you really want them to get, Shador, because you hate Shador.
Shador or Cam, man, either one.
That's
and I'll be excited.
After you getting roasted and toasted on this one, I'm trying to let you salvage this episode and get some good takes out here, and you still killing yourself, bro, with this Cam Ward. I can't wait till Cam Ward get you out there. Oh my God, you gotta hope he don't be a Jet. A Giant, bro. Even though it's looking like he's gonna be a Tennessee Titan.
That man, I'm telling you right now. Cam Ward does not want nothing to do with the NFC East.
Cam Ward is the only quarterback in the job. See what I'm saying? Now you speaking facts.
Who said that?
You know who it is.
Man, please, man. Oh, you talking about
young man.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you brought that up. He believes Tua's playing 19 games this season.
He said, Jim, I don't know nothing about that. He said Jim Lewis.
No, hell no, Pablo. Hey, wait your turn, goddammit. Wait your turn. Go back. No, put that back up.
Which one? This one?
You know what? Matter of fact, no.
The other one. Cam what?
Yeah, put that one back up. So he's a very smart young man. That's what you said, right?
It's very highly intelligent.
That man has Tua playing 19 games this season. You still standing on that?
Brain
He's
fart.
still a smart man?
He had a brain fart. It happened to the best
Oh,
of
okay.
us.
Oh, okay. All
Just
right.
saying.
Well,
Just saying.
now you can get the Pablo. Go ahead.
Hey, yo, I want to say Tua playing 19, all right, 19 minutes. He said minutes. Hey, listen, man. Listen, Tua, I don't know. I don't think over under 8 games. Realistically, over under 8 games, Tua this season. Lou?
I'm gonna go over 8.
You think over 8?
Yeah, I'll go over 8.
I think right around 8. Now I ain't gonna lie, this is funny. He said Cam Ward kryptonite is Pop Turbo.
That is a fact. That is a fact.
Under 8. Ali say under 8. Cap for Life say under 8. Yeah, under 8. Listen, man, we got 40 of y'all in the building. If you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe. We're only 16 away from the 500. And yeah, we still get y'all don't want us to do no giveaways. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get this jersey away and y'all slack. Well, y'all ain't slacking, but go get your friend out there. Where Grumpy at? Shout out. Let me get Grumpy a live shout out. Shout out to Grumpy. Grumpy bought what his name? Alex. He bought Alex in there and made sure he subscribed to the Blitz Pickup. We always come on here and say, tell a friend to tell a friend. Bring your friend over here. So Grumpy, when you see all these people, man, ask them how many friends y'all brought over here to the Blitz Pickup. You know what I'm saying? Grumpy, let them know you leading the pack right now, baby. I'm gonna say he paid the season average 11. Who willing to put what? Who willing to put 100 on the under 8? Shut up if you ain't willing to bet. Oh, he put 100. It was usually $10. He told.
Well, you don't want. Well, let's get into it.
I said right at 8. I didn't say under.
You don't. No. Oh, look at him now. Look.
I never said right at 8. I said right at 8. It's recorded. No, you can listen to me.
So you.
Yeah, wait. He put 10. Hold on. He put $10 on the 19, but he want to put 100 on the 8. Oh, so I don't know if he confident in that 19, but he seemed real confident in that 8. That boy he say, shut up if you ain't willing to bet. Lewis, with Levis being paid by mayonnaise, will Cam get paid by Pop Tart? Hey, listen, man, bring that money in. If Pop Tart's gonna give him. He said he's gonna try to just hit. Oh man. Hey, listen. We didn't cover on here. I see all 7 toes now, Tone. Hey, so we didn't get a chance to cover the Toronto. Well, technically we did. If y'all didn't see, go check out TD's channel. We was over there on TD channel last night, all covering the breaking news of Teron Armstead. Great episode, I might add. You know, I was up there killing TD till I, you know what I'm saying? That's what I do, man. But you know, he always finds a way to punch up out of these matches. So I'm gonna give him much respect up there. Lewis came up there. He almost had the bitch pickup on the road, but I fought back and got us back in the winning column. So you know what I'm saying? But I appreciate y'all. I mean, I appreciate TD for doing that. But we was over there addressing the Teron Armstead, but you know, we gotta address it over here. How you feel about him officially announcing his retirement?
Hey man, listen. Again, it is what it is. When he was on the field last year for his Tone, again, people love to hate, but he was highly productive. And listen, at this point, I will say thank you for your time, thank you for your service. It ultimately it didn't work out, but I think we all knew this day was coming. And I'll be honest, Tone, I'm kind of excited to see what Patrick Paul has. Right, like. It's time to start putting some of these picks to work, right? I'm tired of the Dolphins, a pick here, a pick there, and it's 2 years down the line, like Eric is a comma, right? What games, do you remember him playing? Like Channing Tindall, what game? Like Cam Smith, 2 years now.
Preseason.
Exactly. So, bro, listen, Teron Armstead, I think he'll be missed, but on the other end, I'm kind of excited to see what Patrick Paul can do, man. So, that's basically the overall thoughts. I'm not going to say I'm not going to come out here and lie and be like, oh, I'm so shocked. I think we all knew
it was coming.
Once we seen that, Armstead gave that money back, that there was a real strong possibility that he wasn't returning. So, again, I'm not really shocked by the news.
And to me, I was tired. If you remember, I was tired since last season because I hated the fact that we had to go into every season knowing that our left tackle was going to miss some games. We knew this. It happened his whole career. I wasn't a big fan of it. I was already showing my frustration before last season, and then he came in and played the most games. So he played 14, I believe last season. So I cool. It's still you still missed 3 games. And you're getting a little long in the teeth, in the tooth. I'm sorry, and I get it. Now I was hoping this happen sooner. But hey, listen, I'm glad to have that burden lifted off my shoulder that I don't have to worry about. Very good. He gives you great production. Great. But I don't, the same thing I say about Tua, I have to keep the same energy. I don't like going into seasons knowing that people on my starting team in our starting lineup are going to miss games. It's already predetermined they're going to miss games. I'm not going, I don't like that. I'm sorry. That production, cool, but if you can't give me a full season, then it doesn't benefit me the way it needs to, because we have to always account for you missing games. And Patrick Paul, listen, I've seen a lot of people killing him. I'm not killing him. I can say he had one bad game, and that was against Myles Garrett. I don't, you can't judge him based on the terrible game against Myles Garrett. Now, was he a world beater? No.
Hey, Tone, you know what you tell Patrick Paul after that game against Myles Garrett? You want to know what you tell him?
Listen.
You win some, you lose some. But you live. You live to fight another day.
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
That's
what it is.
You know
what I'm saying?
A rookie, they're going to get his technique down. This is going to be 2 years in a row working on his technique and getting his stance down and just being his leverage. That when you that tall, your biggest disadvantage is your leverage. And we know when it comes down to line play, that leverage is key. That's how you win those reps. You got to get your leverage. So he has to stick to his mechanics and keep his form. So and then now I ain't gonna lie. So most people talking about Teron Armstead. I think you know who's getting a pass. Lou, you know who's giving a pass? I was reading. I'm sorry, Tony will never be.
Yeah, I was reading. I was reading too.
Yeah, allegation reminds me a lot. Quick shot. Y'all haven't seen Harlem. Oh man, Harlem Night, that's fire, yo. That's crazy. But you know what I'm saying? Hey, well, she whooped his ass after that. So hey, as long as you know I'm beating ass after that. I know that. I know that. Know you know that. But you know he's getting a pass? Austin Jackson.
Exactly.
Austin Jackson. Quiet as it kept, the man been injured too. How many seasons has he played a full season? We're not thinking about this. Like, we were about the depth on the left side. What about the right tackle? He hasn't been reliable either. We need to start thinking about that. Not only did that create a hole on the left side, now that right side becomes just that much more important. Because now you have to be healthy, bro. We can't afford to have 2 backup tackles in the game. You want to hit people with the garbage can? That's a fact.
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. I could care less about the trenches.
I know you do. We know. When it comes to trenches, you're like, But can you imagine? Think about what is our starting lineup right now? Paul at left. Who we got our right guard? I mean, at left guard. We don't got a left guard right now.
Wait.
Eichenberg?
Ask that question one more time, Tom.
About what? Who we got at the offensive line?
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you.
We don't care.
Yes, we do care.
We don't care, Tom.
You don't care.
We don't care.
Oh, Jane Daniels left or right? Isn't he right? Isn't he on the right side?
He's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So left is Eichenberg. No, Jesus, no. Paul and Eichenberg left side by side. Woo. I don't know, bro. So just imagine. And I know we I don't want to hear none of this. I get the ball out quick, brother. I don't want. He said Big Ike, Big Eichenberg. No sir, I don't want to hear none of that. This season, and I know people like Lewis saying he don't care about Trenton. Yes, we do. Sean said he can't play left, but he gonna be on the right side though. Yes, we do, because when we do get our quarterback in here, it's cool for him to show that he can do it without it. But it'd be better if he came in with at least 3 out of 5 positions solidified with good O-line play.
And he will, and we do. Austin Jackson's, Aaron Brewer, James Daniels. There's 3 out of 5.
No,
Got him.
And 2 of them are injury prone. Got him.
You just said 3 out of 5, correct?
And I just told you, out of the 3 you gave me, 2 of them are injury prone. Austin Jackson and James Daniels.
Now you moving the goalpost? So you moving the goalpost?
I literally just said,
you said imagine? 3 out of 5. I gave you 3 out of 5.
That's not 3, because before you said the 3, I said Austin Jackson was getting the pass because he hasn't been healthy either.
Nah, you
I said that before you called his name out.
You ain't said
that.
Go get the audio.
Oh, now you want to? Okay, we'll clip it up. But no, I just Oh, hold on. Speaking of trenches, right? D tackle. When do you think we should get our defensive tackle? Because I'm quite sure you don't want. I know you don't want him in the first round, right? So would you mad at them if they get second, or you think we waiting in the third? How do you think they should adjust that? Because we need D tackle.
Yeah, again, I'm going to go to the draft experts, right? Everybody tells me this draft is loaded with running backs, loaded with offensive linemen, loaded with defensive linemen, right? Yeah, I listen, 3rd round, 4th round, hell, I'm hearing you could easily get a 4th or 5th rounder and they could start on your football team. Why the hell am I investing at a D tackle at 13?
I don't know about 4th or 5th rounder now. They wilding now.
Well, I'm just telling you what the draft experts be saying. So if that's the case, why the hell would I bet or draft one at 13 when I could get one at 48 or 98 and they can do the same thing? Like, what are we talking about, bro?
I'm not mad at that either, Bob. I'm that 5th and 4th. Now the 48, 98, not mad at it. I ain't mad at it. He said, well, Tony, they injury prone just like the QB. The question is who's going down first. That's a fact. Oh, Cap said Benito Jones is the future. My bad, Cap. Put some respect on Benito Jones. You right.
Will Johnson will be the first one going down once we draft him at 13.
Hey, Tony, what do you think of Willie Lampkin in the 3rd? He could be a starting left guard. Honestly, I have no film on that guy, bro. I really don't know. He's not even on my guard list when I was going over guards. So he's not one of the ones that I was looking at. He's not even on my list. But you know what? To that, I would say I think if they adjust him in the 2nd round, remember I gave people, a couple of people, and my bad, Lewis, you right. You know who might slide to a 4th rounder, a 3rd or 4th rounder? That dude, my sleeper. You remember my sleeper? I just looked him down. Darius Alexander. He might slide, and we could get a steal. Now that I just think about it. Yes, sir. And he could play all over the line. 0 to 5 tech. 0 to 5 tech. I just went back in my notes. And yeah, I'm not as pressed as most people are about getting a D tackle. Because I do think now I'm not waiting that long. That's why I was like, okay, where do you draw the line? Where you think they should? Because I'm not like that. Like, oh, wait till 5th or 6th round. No. We're not just getting anyone, because that has to be a consistent starter that can make an impact. Yeah, I think Benito Jones will be penciled in as the starter at the beginning of training camp, but you need someone that's going to give you starter production when he get out the game. And so, yeah, there are guys in this draft that can give you that type of production to where you don't have to be pressed to reach for one. That's one thing I don't want us reaching for no player based on need. Not one player is from my hometown. He said, he told me to watch the film. All right, Willie Lampkin. I'll have to look him up. I will have to look him up. I ain't look him up. I know Grace Abel's still my boy. That's, you know what I'm saying? He say, Tony from my hometown. He is good, but I think he doesn't pass the day 2. The day 2 if he's not late day 1, late day. Not late. Day one. Yeah, day one. Okay. I'll look them up. Yeah, so the D tackles, I would think bring Emery home. Yeah, that's right. I would say if they get one in the second, third round, I'm cool with that. I think if you get, like I say, safety or corner with the first round draft pick, second round pick, if you want to go offensive guard, I'm not mad at that either. And then grab your D tackle in the third round, I'm fine with that. That was about Darius. Oh, he's from your hometown. Okay, that's what's up.
A quick
Like
question,
he like
so
day one. He been kind of sleeping. What happened?
no, I was just gonna have a quick question. Do we have any Europeans in this draft?
I'm sure they might. They might. Hey, listen, Europeans don't listen. This football, it's the great American sport. Don't do that. Don't you do that. It's different over here.
That's what they said about basketball too.
That's
and,
how.
and,
That's how.
and turned out to
Football
be.
ain't football.
Did you know that the NBA now has turned to a European sport now? Did you know that?
It's cap.
Well, I
It
can't
has
wait
though.
for the
No,
I can't wait for the 2028 Olympics, man. It's
I
gonna be
can't
great.
wait either. And you better stay on your side. Stay over there. Don't come back over here. I don't want you celebrating. I don't want to. I don't even want to give him congratulations. Respect. No, we don't want none of that. Stay over there. And that's what. No. That's why it's not entertaining anymore. That's a fact.
Well. You know what? You know what? I'm sure out of these 34 people that we still have watching us, right? Because I know we're probably getting closer to the end of the show than the beginning. Obviously,
the national championship game is on. I got to.
So I know this. Well, I already see it in there. Shout out to my man Pablo Diaz. Throw them purple hearts in the chat if you know. You know.
Shut your bitch ass up.
It's been
listen. All I know for the people that don't know, right? Before Tony asked me, "Hey Lou, do you have any final words?" I'm gonna give them to you. I heard them today.
Oh, here we go. It's not Lakers in 5. Stop.
I forgot how it went, but
exactly because he was lying.
It was child support, something support, Luke something. Hey, either way, Lakers in 5. Shout out to all my Laker fans in the chat, purple and gold. I see y'all in there.
Ali killer. Hey man, what my Mars squad at, man? I know all y'all can't be Laker fans.
Shout out to the Laker fan. Hey, this over here at the Blitz pickup, as long as I'm part of it, right? My Laker Nation will always.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you.
We don't care.
Shout out to all my Laker Nation out there, man.
Yo, hey, listen, man, that was fun. Yo, oh man, listen, we appreciate y'all, man. We had so much fun. That game is on. Yes, sir. I gotta get it popping with that game. God dog it. You're not even a Hero fan. He's the best player in Miami. Pablo, you've been listening to Game Boy 305 too much, Pablo. No, he's not. Well, technically, don't get me talking about Tyler Hero, bro, because I this will be another hour and a half show, bro.
First of all,
this will be another hour and a half show.
This right here is Cap. I got the screenshot of Dre earlier today in a Twitter space throwing up the purple heart.
That's Cap.
I got it.
That's Cap.
I got the clip.
We need the video.
I will be tweeting that out here shortly of Dre with the purple heart next to his name.
That's Cap.
So that's Cap
we
right
need
there.
That video. We need
that right there. Heat culture. That's Cap.
We need the video before you could make those false claims on my boy. Bring that video for it. Listen, I thank y'all, man. Thank y'all, man. G, J, you see what I'm saying? Let's talk about around here, man. Purple heart. Get out of here. Listen, man. Appreciate y'all. There was a fun one. One more time. Listen, Lewis, man. It wouldn't be a Blitz pickup if you weren't getting lit up like you've been. You used to losing debates. You used to getting killed. So keeping the tradition going, I really appreciate you for all the effort you put in, even though it's to an losing cause. But hey, You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be the Blitz pickup if I wasn't tearing you up. Well, oh, Paul, that was nasty. If I was killing you in this debate.
Well, you know what I was told,
Thank you
Tone.
for
When
always
you gotta
keeping it
tell,
100.
when you gotta tell yourself that you're winning the debate, you didn't win it. So that's what I was told. I've heard
hey,
that.
a great man once said that, though, Lou. I'll give you that one.
Yeah.
Thanks for always keeping it 100 on your 100. That's a fact. 100 episode, it resonates with us because we always keep it 100 over here. So that is why we do it. Alex is definitely keeping it to just going this way. That is a fact too. But listen, man, we appreciate y'all, man. It's been fun doing this. Like the time flew by. Lewis and me and Lewis already gave y'all our thoughts of how we feel about doing the show. How time fly by when you're having fun, and it's been more fun than I even initially thought. So trust me, we just started. We just getting started. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be everywhere. He say Tua equal LeBron, Golden State, baby. Oh Lord, have mercy. Mark, that's a fact. I hope you're laughing at Lewis because he be lying a lot. But listen, we appreciate y'all. We got to get up out of here, man. The national championship game is on. Thank y'all for watching.
One Florida, goddamn it, one Florida.
I got a tweet that I'm waiting for them to win the national championship. You know what I'm saying? Because I was told, I'm just letting them play. What's the over under? Hold on, I gotta take this before we get out of here. What's the over under that Alex ever makes an appearance again? Dog.
I'm taking the over. I'm taking the over on
Make
that.
sure y'all slide to Crease Dolphin Spot Space weekdays. According to Grumpy, you know what? I'm gonna leave that alone. Lewis, you gonna be that, Lewis?
Alex will celebrate his 100th episode in 3 years.
Hey man, we gonna get up out of here, man. We appreciate
y'all.
All
shout out, man.
It's 32 of y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all tell all y'all friends. At 38.5 show this current
34.5 shows this season. That's crazy.
They playing street ball, ref letting them ball. Yes, I like that. Okay, so we appreciate y'all, man. Shout out to y'all. Still 32 y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button on the way out. Y'all didn't on y'all way in. Make sure y'all tell a friend to come over here and subscribe. Get us to that 100. We'll get that jersey away. I might throw in the depending on how it is. Might throw in the game day hat. I mean, not a game day hat. What you call that? A draft day hat. Might throw in a draft day hat since it's become this draft is pulling up. Yeah, we might give 2 giveaways on that day. And shout out to my boy TD. He put me up on the game how to get the live the spin wheel on here. So I'll probably we're gonna do that live. We don't gotta do it over here so y'all can say we cheating. You know what I'm saying? You know how they say it was rigged. It's gonna be on that live. We're gonna put the names in there live on here, and then that's how we're gonna pick out the winner. But listen, man, appreciate y'all. 100 episode, and I'm trying to win something before Tucson.
Nobody that is part of the Blitz pickup can win the wheel. We ain't trying to set it up, man. If you're part of the Blitz pickup, you cannot win the free stuff, man. That's crazy.
Oh man. Powerhouse, man. See, Powerhouse TJ. Bullshit. Oh, you got 3 of them things this time, boy. Yeah, we'll see y'all Wednesday. 101. I guess it's gonna be Blitz Pickup 101. Oh, that might be my theme. Blitz Pickup 101 on Wednesday, 7:30-ish. Y'all know how we do it. Peace, man. We'll see y'all later.
Peace and love with a bang, bang.